Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Top 10 Tips to improve your PvP experience and prolong your average lifespan in Battlegrounds. This is going to be a fairly short video because there's no need to blabber on and on about some stuff that you might already know, but even so, all of us either forget or just don't use some of these things. I could add more. I could. But I'll just leave that for part 2. Number 1. The almighty frying pan. Yes, used to bash someone's face in, but it can also save your life. Keep it on your behind because it deflects bullets. Although you might think that grenades are useless in Battlegrounds and don't want to pick them up while busy picking up some other stuff, they're actually quite good to have. When breaching rooms, you can use stun grenades to blind your opponents. Smoke grenades come in handy when you want to wig that inner ninja, but frag grenades are just a blast. Yeah, get it? Even if you're going alone against a team, if you down one opponent with a grenade, you can easily rush the other one. Using first person to your advantage, that sounds weird, but as nothing lasts forever, neither does camping in a building. Especially in early stages of the round, when everybody is just looting around you, quick peek from first person is a great way to defend yourself as, even though you're the one being hunted, you can easily turn the situation around into your advantage. Leaning left or right while pressing Q or E, popping a shot and then immediately taking cover can sometimes save you, instead of just rushing to meet your enemy on the field of battle. Sometimes you gotta swim to get to the crate, to get across the water because there's no boats around you, or you just want to be sneaky. Your character swims faster underwater, so just dive and keep an eye out on your lungs, but you will go considerably faster. If however somebody tries to run you over with a boat, also just dive and you'll be fine. Avoid looting the care package if you didn't see it falling in your general vicinity. Usually a couple of seconds after it drops, it becomes a shit show, which is not a bad thing, per se. This is not always the case because you can never be sure as to how many people are actually running around you, and of course there are situations when nobody even notices the crate. So if you want to loot it, make sure to be the first one to do so and be ready to defend yourself. Suppressive fire is very important even when you don't have a clear shot on someone, but basically just put yourself in that situation. If your cover is constantly getting suppressed, you will not peek until you feel completely safe now, will you? Same goes when you're the one suppressing and deciding what the next step is going to be. It gets even better if you have a suppressor and are far away enough so your opponent can't hear the discharge of your gun. Even though you may miss the first shot, they will be confused and are most likely to move 360 around the tree, not knowing where the safe spot is. In this situation, just give them enough time to feel safe until pulling the trigger again. Vehicles always spawn facing east. This will serve you as a major clue when you see a car parked in front of a building. If they're not being super careful and actually parked it facing east, there is most likely a person camping in one of the houses close to the vehicle. Also, when you decide to rush someone, providing you have enough cover for the initial approach, be careful of the angle of your attack. Choose a spot from which you have good cover and concealment while still having proper vision of the place you're pushing. But generally, clearing a whole compound is very difficult because sometimes you're one bathroom away from feeling safe. Use your free look by pressing Alt. This is very basic, yet a lot of players either forget to use it or don't use it at all, giving you the opportunity to hunt them down easily. Knowing your surroundings is the most important thing when it comes to staying alive in BGs, and constantly being on a full alert can grant you both some extra kills as well as save you from getting killed. In addition to this, you need to know when to hold fire as well. Wait until you're completely sure that the situation is going to go in your favor. Don't be too trigger happy. As close quarter combat sometimes feels very janky and unbalanced, using submachine guns, micro Uzi to be more specific, is sometimes better in CQB than shotguns. It has an insane rate of fire and virtually no recoil, so you can just spray them while strafing left and right. Kinda crazy. Yeah, the good old flanking. You know the awkward situation when you run into someone and there's this like split second of mutual awkwardness followed by a violent gunfight and mayhem and bloodshed? Well, it doesn't always have to be a 50-50 situation. Flanking is very useful, and depending on the terrain and whether you're flanking soft or hard targets, you might be getting flanked as well. Especially in team games. hard targets, meaning that they are aware of your existence and are most likely to do the same, so you need to move fast until you reach the general area you saw them in last, and from this moment, two things will happen. Either you find your opponents while they're searching for you, or you find them stationary and occupied doing something else, with their backs turned toward you.
Also, if you down one opponent, don't kill him right away but rather try to kill the other guy. That way the teammate you downed first will die immediately.
Here's a little bonus tip. As the circle is getting smaller, you need to be on top of your surroundings. Arriving late or just in time, especially if you see a quote-unquote good spot on the map, usually means you're probably not the first one to notice this. This can be very tricky as you can easily be ambushed, so if you want to stay alive, I suggest you especially avoid those shacks in the open fields, or just any place that is too obvious. Just ask yourself, what is the best possible spot I can go to right now? And avoid it. Avoid it completely. Run away. That's all for today's tips, guys. Just remember, there's more than just being able to shoot very good. A lot of factors come into play in a game where each round 100 people with different playstyles land in different areas, so every round can be unique and have both positive and negative impact. The trick is to learn from both. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to tell me if some of these actually come in handy, and subscribe to get even more tips. Until next video, thank you again for watching, and see you in game